How you guys doing today? My name is Joseph, and I'm going to talk to you guys today a little bit about what I talked about. I'm going to kind of expand on the last video that I posted, and basically it's about knowing what you're worth in the workforce. A lot of people, like a lot of people, just go into jobs and kind of accept whatever the person or the employer offers them, and what I want to kind of let you guys know is that you got to know your worth. So like I said recently, I had a job interview with the company, and they offered me $9.79 per hour, and it was pretty laughable. So I wanted to kind of laugh in their face, but I wanted to also bring that to you guys' attention. Because if I have over almost 9, 10 years experience in a particular field, you should not be starting out or I should say I should not be starting out at a wage where a entry level person or someone who doesn't have that level of experience start out at. So you guys just have to know your worth when you actually go into an interview. I declined the offer for reasons that are pretty much apparent. Um, but I recently had another job interview where I went in and they made a fair offer, as far as what my experiences were and what I bring to the table, and they kind of made an offer that was something that I could see myself accepting. Not because I want the highest level of a salary that's out there in the world. No, that's not the case. But you're gonna have to make an offer that's gonna be fair. So I made this video to encourage other people to whether you're working at McDonald's, whether you're working at IHOP, whether you're working at any job, any field, whether you're teaching, whether you're in the entertainment industry, what your news reporter, whatever the job is that you're actually going out for, you have to kind of make sure that you keep in mind that what you bring to the table. Now, if you know that you're highly qualified, you have a bachelor's or master's degree, and if you actually have years of experience, like say you have 10 or 15 years of experience, or even 5 years experience in the particular industry that you're going to try to get a job in, just make sure that you keep that in mind when you go into salary negotiations, because most of these companies, like I said, they're out here trying to get the most qualified applicant who will accept the lowest offer. And we have to take a stand against this, because in America today, where taxes are increasing, the wage isn't, rent is, let's say, I'm in South Carolina, so a rent for a one bedroom apartment in a decent area is going to cost you about $650 a month. So you have to factor in a car note, insurance, and God forbid you have 2 or 3 kids and a wife to take care of. You're pretty much out. You're pretty much, you can't, what you can say, maybe $10 or $15 per pay period. So you really have to kind of make sure that you take into account what your bills are, what your experience is, and make sure they come back with an offer that's going to make sense, because we need to be more aware that, oh yeah, I got a job, but understand that whatever job they're going to give you, if they're going to offer you $10 an hour, and you have $650 for rent, you have $200 for car insurance, or $100 for a light bill. You have to kind of keep that in mind. Plus, Uncle Sam is going to get their cut, their taxes. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. So I make these videos, and I'm going to start posting them, because I want people to make sure that they are not taken advantage of in the workforce, and that they actually have do your research. That you do your research, and that you make sure that you understand what you bring to the table, what's the industry like, what for. I'm sorry, I get excited and I start stuttering, so my apologies. But what I want you guys to know is that, like, say for instance, you get ready to go for a job. What you want to do, you want to make sure that you research what the job is, basically, what um, what what's the hiring range or the agency hiring range as far as salaries. And sometimes they'll give you a salary range from 25,000 to about 38, or whatever the position you're going for. It'll be that kind of range, and you want to make sure that you take into account what what experience you have, and you come up with a number that you're going to put on the application that would make sense for you. And when you get to the interview, if they don't bring up the salary that you put on the application, then you don't bring it up. You know, because obviously if they have an issue with the salary, they will kind of let you know if they're going to go ahead and, if they're seriously considering you for the position. But just make sure you guys stay vigilant, stay aware, and first of all, most of all, put God first in all of your endeavors. I can't express that enough. You want to make sure that whatever job you're gonna have, you're gonna be comfortable working there, and you're not gonna be in a position where you're unhappy. Because if a man is not happy at work, a man is not happy home. A man is or a woman, if she's not happy at work, then as much as we try not to allow that to come spill over into our personal lives, it's going to somehow affect your personal life. So you just have to kind of make sure, you find a job, a career that's going to work for you. Even if you like working at McDonald's and you do the best that you do the best that you can do. You go from being a cashier to being a general manager to actually being a district manager, being whatever you want to do. Don't allow someone to minimize what your career is, because I know a lot of people, they want to make, I'm talking, these are two videos in one, so I just have so much to get off my chest, but I'm going to save this for another video. But I just want you guys to make sure that you stay focused, and that when you go out for a job interview, and when you guys get to salary negotiations, just make sure that you take the most, you be aware of what you're worth, and don't settle at the first offer. Because if you settle at the first offer, if you don't even try to go back and try to negotiate, then of course they're going to think, okay, we got an employee that's going to easily work. Now, for someone who's out there who's entry level, I don't suggest you go and do this. But someone who's out there, you can negotiate. But if you're entry level, you're trying to just gain experience, especially if you haven't worked that many jobs while you were in college. You want to make sure that you gain experience. So if you want to work at a job for a year, 6 months, then you go ahead and do that, and try to work your way up the ladder. This is for someone who's been in the workforce, who's been in the workforce, who has a few years under their belt. So this is what this is for. But I'm going to try to keep my video under 8 minutes. All right, we're 8:02. So you guys have a good day, and God bless you. Take care.